हाय ऋषभ, हाउ आर यू? कैसे हो आप?
Hi sir, how are you doing?
आई एम गुड। हाउ अबाउट यू? कैसे हो?
Good sir, good. Is my voice is audible to you?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay.
And Rishabh, so we will keep this session both in English and Hindi as per our
Yeah,
audience
sure sir.
in like India, so they can understand this thing very easily. So
Okay.
Rishabh, so we'll start by asking you one question. How did you plan your overseas education journey? आपने कैसे
Um,
अपना एजुकेशन जर्नी को सोचा, कैसे स्टार्ट
yeah.
किया और कौन सी कंट्री आपने चूज की?
So when I was in India while I pursuing my diploma in mechanical, I could see much opportunities, not that much opportunities in back to my home country. So I started planning to go for overseas education because there are more opportunities in than India and overseas. So that's why I plan to go to overseas for my higher education, and I choose New Zealand to start to pursue my dream from New Zealand.
ओके, सो ऋषभ, व्हाई न्यूजीलैंड ओनली? आपने न्यूजीलैंड को ही क्यों चुना अपना जो स्टडी डेस्टिनेशन है?
Actually, this is the question that so many people ask me about, which country is the best or why I choose New Zealand, the only option to study overseas, to study abroad for higher education. And actually, it's not a one-line answer. There are so many things that brings me to this beautiful country. People, education, beautiful views, better opportunities, and more than that, the safety. You can go anywhere, any part of New Zealand, you feel safe, and this is only because of very friendly people and the environment. So overall, I found New Zealand is one of the best country to give a excellent startup to your dream, towards your dream.
ओके, दैट्स ग्रेट, दैट्स ग्रेट. सो which course did you opt, ऋषभ?
I opt for mechanical because it was my major course back to India, and that's why I selected that particular course. And the other reason for choosing mechanical is that there are so many opportunities in that field in New Zealand, so that's why I opt for mechanical.
Okay, and tell me something about your college. In which college you are, and how's the studies? What is the infrastructure of this college? So all that.
Yeah, right now I'm in last year I was in Christchurch at RI Institute of Canterbury, but I left that college because of some reasons, and now I'm studying in International College of Auckland. Uh, this college is also good, and everything is going far, but because of the COVID, borders are closed, so students are not coming to any of the college in New Zealand. So situations are good in New Zealand, but college is also good, but teachers are not there, that teachers are not that much there because of COVID, because students are not coming to this college and any of the college in New Zealand. So students are not there, but still everything is going fine in the classes and the practicals and all the stuff. So yeah, everything is fine over there.
Okay, and what about the vacations in college? What is the duration of the vacation, and then?
Yeah, we have colleges from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and you are 3 days free: Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you can do your own stuff. You, if you want to do some job, if you want to hang out, or if you want to go some new places or visit some new places, then you can go. But yeah, still you have 3 days to do whatever you want to do in that
So,
days.
okay, so do you get the break from the college as well? I mean, the vacation, like 1 month, 2 months, any vacation?
Yeah, yeah, back to ARA, because it's a government college. ARA is a government, so they have one month of vacation time, so you can work up to full time till the 1 month. And but in Auckland, that I'm studying in internet, it's a private college. It's International College of Auckland, so they just give you 1 month, 1 week of full time, so you can work only 1 month, 1 week full time in ICA. So yeah.
Okay, right. So, Rishabh, tell me more about your course. What future do you see in New Zealand? After
Yes.
post जो है उस आपको क्या, what are the benefits that you see?
Yeah, I see a good future in this country. This is because this course have so many opportunities in New Zealand, and right now they are not uh, people are not English people are not like to study and they don't want to do work. So there are so many job opportunities for those people who want to complete their dreams and who want to seriously want to work in mechanical field. So New Zealand is good if you want to give a good startup to your career as an engineer.
Okay,
And I see a better future in New Zealand.
right. And what is it like designation, and what are the like companies that you are targeting after completing your
I'm
studies?
targeting to the companies that are registered to the New Zealand government, because they're gonna help you to extend your visas and they're gonna help you to get the PR. So I'm gonna targeting the only companies those who are registered to the New Zealand government. So yeah.
Okay. And Rishabh, what are the like my next question is what are the PR chances in like New Zealand?
Yeah.
Will it take time to get the PR, or is it an easy process?
Yeah, nowadays immigration make rules harder to get PR only because of COVID. As we all know that New Zealand is the only country that is COVID free. There are 0 cases in right now in New Zealand. So people across the world moving to New Zealand. So immigrants took some hard steps to protect their country from getting populated. And New Zealand is not like Canada, who can easily give PR to any immigrant. The process is hard, but it's worth it. So nowadays, it's not easy to get PR nowadays, but still, if you can do better in your studies, then yes, it's doesn't matter what the immigration rules are. You can easily get the PR in any circumstances. So yeah, there are chances to get PR, but COVID mash up all around the world. So it's not usually happen in New Zealand, but yeah, still you can apply for PR. There are chances are good as well to get the PR in New Zealand if you have the job in your own field.
Mhm. Okay, right. And is there any difference between your expectations and the reality after coming to New Zealand? कि आपने ऐसा कुछ सोचा हो कि ऐसा होगा न्यूजीलैंड में लेकिन हुआ कुछ उसके उल्टा ही, something like that?
Yes, I used to believe that the most difficult part is to get the part-time job as a student in New Zealand, but I was wrong. I found it's not that hard to get a part-time job in New Zealand if you have some experience or if you are a starter as well. And this is the only difference of my expectation versus reality. So yeah, this is the only thing that I expect from my country, but that's different here in New Zealand. So you can easily.
So in relation to the part-time jobs that you said that your like expectations didn't get fulfilled.
Sorry, I don't understand the question.
I said that in terms of the part-time jobs, you said that your expectations did not fulfill. Part-time jobs.
So I used to think that it's hard to get a job in New Zealand as a student, but I was wrong. But still, it's easy for you to get a job, part-time job in New Zealand.
Okay, right. And what kind of part-time jobs do you get as a student?
Yes, as a student, you don't, if you expect from the government or if you expect from any company to give you a white collar job, so it's very hard for you to get that because you have to work hard for it. You are starting a new life and in terms of education as well from the new country, but you have to still work hard. But the jobs like in Domino's and any other packing companies and other companies like delivery drivers and drivers or others, these kind of things, but it's hard for people to do that job. But still, if you are here, you still have, everyone is here to earn money, and still everyone have to do job for to bear their expenses. So jobs are not there like white collar job. If you expecting that you came on the first day and the second day you get a white collar job and you're gonna sit in office and in front of computer, and it's not that easy. But still you have to work hard for it, and it's not that hard to get that job as well. But you need some experience like 1 year or 1.5, so it's easy for you to then get a job.
Okay, great. So my next question is, is New Zealand study structure is different from the Indian one? And is that so? What is the difference like that you see?
Yes, absolutely. New Zealand education system are completely different from India. Here teachers can more focus on the practical parts rather than focusing on the theoretical part, and which is good for students, and it is easy for them as well to understand for the students what are the things just going on, rather than studying the theoretical part, they just focusing on the practical part. And the thing I love the most about New Zealand education system is that calculators and formula sheets are provided during the exam, which I love the most. And it's easy for you to, work out through the stuff. And yeah, structure is completely different from education system and education structure is completely different from our home country. New Zealand New Zealand is good in that actually.
Okay, right. And Rishabh, tell me something about your like expenses in New Zealand, your accommodation expenses, your travel expenses. How do you manage it?
Everything is manageable here, until and unless you have a job. Um, the thing is, if you have the job here, then it's not hard for you to bear your expenses. But still, New Zealand is expensive country. You have to pay your rents and your food. Everything is fine, but you still have a job. If you have a job, then it's fine. Everything is manageable. The transport and the house rent or the room rent or the food, everything, including accommodation, everything is fine. Yeah, everything is manageable if you have a job here.
Okay, so what is the like expense, weekly expense? Can you please tell me in like accommodation?
Yeah, so accommodation is very, it's not cheap in Auckland. Paying $175 a week for single room of rent, single room, and it's a personal room actually. And I don't, if you want to live, if you adjust some other people, and if you can live in sharing, then it's easy for you. You can have to pay just $90 to $100 in the city like Auckland as well. But if you are moving to other cities like Christchurch, New Plymouth, Invercargill, or other cities in New Zealand, expect the Auckland, so the accommodation is not that much cost you over there. It's just $190, $100, or between $90 to $100 you get your personal room if you are not in Auckland.
Okay, right. And what about the travel expenses? How do you commute daily to your college?
Yeah, from in the starting time, I took the bus. It depends from city to city. Actually, in Christchurch, you just have to pay $5 a day, and you can travel all over the city anywhere. You can take any bus. You don't have to pay anything. But in Auckland, you have to pay for everything from any place to any place. If you can travel the whole day, if you can change 5 buses, so you have to pay 5 times. It's not like Christchurch, so it depends which city you are going, or so you have to little bit do research on it, which city you are going to. So you have to do a little bit of research. What are the expenses? What are the accommodation things? And what are the stuff? And what are the transportation things going on over there?
Okay, right. Rishabh, what is the current COVID situation in New Zealand?
New Zealand is COVID-free actually right now, and New Zealand is COVID-free from around 1 year. New Zealand got rid of COVID just after 2 years, just after 2 months when it started. So because of that, New Zealand government closed the borders for the immigrants to get into till 2022. So that's why they can actually they want to protect their country and people to get infected. So life is going normal in New Zealand from the last 1 year. So yeah, situation is very good in New Zealand actually, and New Zealand is the only country right now which is COVID free. So life is going normal here.
That is a very good news from your side that New Zealand is COVID free.
Yeah.
So, and my last question to you, Rishabh, is what is your advice to the future students? आप कैसी कोई अच्छी advice देना चाहेंगे students को जो Indian students जो अभी न्यूजीलैंड में आना चाहते हैं पढ़ने के लिए?
Yep. Actually, I don't give advices to new generations because students are much more intelligent than us. But still, I want to share my experience that I have in New Zealand so far. was just amazing because from beaches to mountains, beautiful drives, stunning views across the country, very friendly people, amazing country to stay and live, and hundred of opportunities and much more. I just don't want to leave this country. And personally I love this country because New Zealand is the only country in the world that don't have any single poison snake. So you can go trekking, camping, and actually I'm in love with this country and I never want to leave this country. So I don't suggest, but I tell, I'm gonna say to people, those who want to come to New Zealand, that New Zealand is the best and the better opportunity for you to give a excellent startup to your future. That's amazing.
That's a very good advice from your side, and I hope it will be a very motivational thing for the future students who want to come to
Yeah,
New Zealand and want to study there.
I'm
So
glad to help.
yeah, so Rishabh, it was a very good session with you. Thank you so much for sparing your time for this session, and best of luck, best of wishes from our side.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for always helping me. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Bye bye.